Caroline Harrison coming to you from Cloud Expo New York City at the Javits Center, and I'm joined by Jonathan King, who is Vice President of Cloud Solutions at Savvis. Welcome, Jonathan.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about what Savvis does and where you guys fit into the cloud space.
So Savvis is an enterprise cloud provider who really brings together a complete continuum of services from co-location to managed services to private cloud, hybrid cloud, and public cloud. And it's exciting to be here where you have the Cloud Expo now combined with the Big Data Expo as well as the Open Data Center Alliance. You really have a perfect enterprise base of customers that we can talk to.
I do want to talk to you about the big data phenomenon, but before that you guys made a pretty big announcement, was it today or yesterday, about your
Cloud in Toronto.
Yes, tell us about that.
Yeah, so we have already been operating in the Canadian market and already offer co-location, managed hosting, and private cloud offerings there. Today we announced the availability of our public cloud offering, our VPDC offering. So we have over 400 customers in the Canadian market, and we had a lot of interest from those customers and also from other international customers that wanted to have data residency in Canada. So we're excited to have that offering, and we made that announcement today.
Okay, and then, I mean, everyone's talking about big data as a phenomenon, and everyone's trying to understand what that means. Where does Savvis fit into that?
So Savvis is really uniquely positioned to deliver, enable big data solutions, back to what I had said at the opening, we are focused on serving enterprise customers, and in order to do that, you have to be able to guarantee a known performance and a guaranteed security level. So that's really what we're known for, and what we provide big data, in addition to those two attributes, is that we have the continuum of services that folks need to build big data engines. So when you're looking at a big data solution, you keep the data resident, right? For example, if you want, for regulatory reasons, to have the data in a certain country, or if you're in a certain geographic location, you want data residency. And you want to bring the big data solution to where that data is resident. Well, in addition to that, you want to be able to have certain offerings that are perhaps co-located or managed. They're already existing infrastructures, enterprise infrastructures that you want to host there. You also want to have access, though, to managed solutions, professional services solutions, and cloud solutions. So those components of your big data engine that are variable, you can avail yourselves of those variable workloads with a cloud infrastructure. So you'll see in upcoming announcements us partnering with folks to, in the big data space, sort of the more conventional names that you would think of, the tool providers and the software companies, so that we can bring that to our enterprise customer base, and they in turn can focus on serving their customer needs.
We're certainly, in the early innings of cloud. Where do you see things evolving, say, in the next 12 months or so?
So I think what's interesting with cloud, back to big data, is that cloud grew up with variable workloads, non-mission critical workloads, really 4 or 5 years ago. And now what you see is there's an increasing adoption of mobile application workloads, and even now big data workloads, which can approach mission critical use cases. So Savvis has grown up operating mission critical applications for close to 2 decades. So what we're able to do in the cloud that we've built is now start to be at that influx of new workloads, which are sort of naturally gravitating to cloud, as well as some enterprise commodity workloads, because again of how we've designed our cloud infrastructure in terms of performance and security and reliability.
So you guys announced the Toronto Cloud Center, and you have another exciting announcement coming out. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we'll be announcing a partnership with Hortonworks, who is a leading player in the Hadoop space, and it's back to what I was talking about, where we're looking to partner and start to build the ecosystem in the Hadoop, in Hadoop, but also the broader big data space, so that for enterprise customers, consumer brand customers, financial services customers that want to start to build out and expand their big data solutions, whether it be not wanting to build a new data center in a certain geography, whether it be they want to have cloud burst capability, that we can meet that entire need, and then also begin to have some of the right partners to accelerate that.
In terms of obstacles toward cloud adoption, security is still a foremost concern for IT decision makers.
How have you seen that change maybe in the last year or so? Is there more of a comfort level, or are people still sort of reticent about moving to the cloud?
I think maybe there is more of a comfort level. I think it almost goes back to understanding when VPNs first came out and you had common traffic converging at a network layer. There was discussions like there are now, right? So there's some level of comfort that's happening. I think another part of it is that there's a maturing that's going on. So maybe in the first act when there was maybe some shadow IT operations going on where folks were sneaking out on their credit card and putting this site there and that site there. Well, and subsequent budget reviews, or as those applications have grown, those shadows have started to become exposed in the light of day. So now you have different groups that are starting to talk together, you have security policies that are coming together, and we think we're really well positioned to play in that space, right? Because again, we have this cloud capability, but we also have this underlying enterprise infrastructure, so we can sit down and have an intelligent discussion with our customers, talk to them about SLA and performance levels, and talk to them about their security policy and how to implement it and extend it.
And looking ahead between now and say the next Cloud Expo coming up in the fall, what's next for Savvis?
Well, I think you'll see continued expansion from a geographic standpoint in terms of where we're going with our public cloud. I think we've got a very exciting growth in our cloud coming as we continue to expand as part of CenturyLink. Savvis is a CenturyLink owned company. There's very interesting things that CenturyLink is working on. And I think in terms of our cloud portfolio, now that we really have a compelling and differentiated position around security and performance, we're thinking about, like the example with Hortonworks, how do we continue to extend and serve our enterprise customers? And I think that's where we'll be focused.
Okay, thank you, Jonathan.